All right, so I'm hitting the live button. I'm going to go live on Instagram as well, and we
Okay.
will be live on YouTube. But let me make sure that you're able to see the link for the live on my Facebook page, and then you'll be able to share it.
Okay.
Okay, there it go. Okay, so you should see the live. You probably got to, pull the screen down and then like refresh it, and you should be able to see it.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, and then you can share it to your screen. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. The month is moving by so fast. The day is moving by so fast. But I'm excited for this interview. I posted it to Instagram and to my personal and business Facebook on yesterday because I need for all of you to come into the room. I want to give a disclaimer before we get started, because a lot of people, and Dr. Kimberly will get into it, and once you introduce yourself and all of that, we'll get right
Okay.
into it. But I just want to tell the people really quick that there is a lot of things that is being spreaded amongst the internet about international real estate, period. Like about business, international real estate, and people thinking that everything is a scam. However, we should always do our due diligence. So I wanted to
Yes.
bring on Dr. Kimberly because her video, y'all, it went viral. It went viral prior to me going to Nigeria last month with my husband to meet with my mentor and client to look at the land in which she's developing there right outside of Benin City. And while I was in Nigeria, I think it was 1 a.m., Dr. Kimberly messaged me on Instagram and was like, you know what? You're one of the very few comments that I actually want to respond to.
Exactly.
So I appreciated that, and we exchanged phone numbers. And right away, she called me on Instagram. It was 1 a.m., so I was like, "Should I answer this?" And it was a great call, and I was glad that I answered the call because she immediately informed me that what was happening with the land and with the plots is that she loved Nigeria and that it wasn't a scam, but she wanted to go into more detail as to what actually happened. So some of you have seen the video, some of you have not. But I'm going to allow Dr. Kimberly, who is from the Chicago, she's from the South Side, not from the West Side, but she is from Chicago. She is a fellow Chicagoan, and I just want her to introduce herself. Thank you, Dr. Kimberly. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Let me just say, God bless you. I would have to say Sister Makita because that's how I address my members of my ministry. I'm a woman of many hats. We thank God. Yes,
Okay.
your comment really jumped out to me. I'm Dr. Kimberly Stark. I'm sure everybody loved that first sentence. I'm Dr. Kimberly Stark. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised in County of Cook, born at Jackson Park Hospital. Yes, we're gonna talk about that later. I'm just joking. But yes, I am a Chicago native. But however, I did reach out to the beautiful Makita Smith because her comment really jumped out to me as I had a lot of inboxes. I wasn't even aware, Miss Smith, that the video had went viral. Typically, I got calls that it had went viral, and we started a powerful dynamic movement. But I really wanted to touch bases with you about the comment that you had wrote down, and I had wanted to kind of clarify a couple of things because there's so many speculations going on that I was a higher actress, that I'm not yes, they a lot of people said I was a higher actress. I'm not a born American. My parents are not Americans. That I was a Nigerian actress. That I was faking my tears. Some might come out today. I don't. One thing about me, I can't fake anything. That's something that's compassionate to me, and any work that I do, I'm very, very compassionate about it, and my integrity and my character shows who I am. And I always want God's glory to be shined upon me in anything that I'm doing. Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So, go ahead and like tell the people who you are, your company, because I have your company, written here.
Yes.
So like go into those details.
Yes. So I own a company that I created and founded, Obetti Stark and Associates, here in Chicago, Illinois. I also do developmental projects as well. People, like to come and invest. We do architectural design and build outs. You name it, we can do it. We also do business strategy as well. Like if you have money and you don't know what to do with it, Obetti Stark and Associates will come and assist you with that. But my heart for Nigeria and investing back home on the motherland is really prominent to me because we have so many people that work really hard here and
Hmm.
they want to come back to the motherland to invest.
Yeah.
And I also invest as well. I invested with the company Wins Home, which is very prominent real estate company in Nigeria. So
Hmm.
that's who I stand with is Wins Home as well. Not
Okay.
only that, I am in full-time ministry. I know you put my story up. My ministry is Davidic Eagles Ministry International, which I do a lot of preaching around the globe as well.
Okay. So you talked about your company. Before we get into like the Nigeria piece, tell me about the work that you have done, maybe here in Chicago, in this country. So we'll start with the United States and then we'll move abroad. Like, what are some of the investment projects that you have invested here? Any development that you have created here in Chicago or even in other states? Like, what has been some of your accomplishments here at home first?
So a lot of my accomplishments here is like just pretty much doing a lot of business development. Like we would get contracts here in Chicago
Uh-huh.
where my company, because we're architectural designers, Obetti Sargent Associates,
Mhm.
and what we do is people will come to us. They may have a property here, or they may
Okay.
have like a storefront or something. We would design, and I would tell them what needs to go. See, a lot of people don't know what to put on a land. Sometimes
Uh-huh.
they don't have the vision for that. And what we do, I am a global visionary, and you may have a land here and you don't know what to do with it. And
Okay.
I well, maybe you could put, maybe a building complex here, or you could build a condominium complex because I'm all about, residual income.
Yeah. So tell me about one of those projects that you have helped someone who was looking to invest here in the States, and like what were you able to do for them start to finish?
Start to finish. So, and I don't say their name because
Yeah, yeah.
we are alive. So
I
it was one, yeah, because people be like, "You, I don't want to." So what I did, one of the projects that was really close to my heart here, um, it was a husband and a wife team, and they had all this land out in the burbs. I can't say the community because
Yeah.
their privacy, but they had a really big land out in the suburbs. I mean, I'm talking about unlimited
Hmm.
acres, and they inherited it. They
Okay.
inherited the land, yes. And so they found my company, and they reached out to me. I met them at a networking event, and so what I did was my partner, Mr. Frederick Timitayo,
Hmm.
he's from Lagos, Nigeria as well.
Okay.
We looked at the land, we took pictures, and what I put there, we did a daycare for them. We
Okay.
did we did some houses for them. It was maybe about eight small houses, like 1 to 2 bedrooms, and then on the other side they had a restaurant. So with
Okay.
all those three, they were able to have three different residual incomes.
Okay. Okay. Right. I wanted to just go into detail so that people can figure out like what it is that you have done.
Yeah,
Because I do want to set the tone that like, you told me on the phone when we did talk via WhatsApp that you're not new to this. Like you're not new to
no,
real estate investing, real estate
no,
development. Because when I saw the video, some of people in my community, because they know that I'm selling land and projects over in Nigeria, they were like, Makita,
yes,
did you see this? Did you see this? And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know if this is true. I have to, I parked it so I can come back to it so I can do research because I, at that time, was on my way to Nigeria. So I didn't have a chance to like look into the video. And so I
Yes.
want to say for me, I think that it's divine timing and alignment because people send me that video, I commented, and not everybody always, reach out just based on the comment. And basically, what I
Right.
was saying in that comment, so that people understand, is that I was like, well, who is a developer? Because it was a clip
Yes.
of the press conference, so we didn't get a chance to see the entire press conference, and it was a clip. And I know what clips does, around the internet. It doesn't give the full story. So I was like,
No.
well, who is a developer? And like, what happened? There has to be more to the story. And I forget what the rest of the comment was. But now I want you to talk to us about, because I did see and I watched the conference, the press conference that you had with the media down in Nigeria. And
Yeah.
it basically, you said that you had been to Nigeria 18 times.
Yes, I have. And I
And you
also did it in
started
the country.
Yeah, and you started in 2017. So you are not someone that is new to Nigeria. You're not someone that's new to investing. So can you now walk us through? Well, before you get there, what made you go to Nigeria the very first time in 2017?
I went then um with a spouse
Hmm.
then, and I fell in love with the country. Um and the way of the country captured me. A lot of people say they go to Nigeria, they visit once, and it was an experience. But for me, it was like living.
Okay.
Once sometimes you could go somewhere and you visit, and that's all it is. I went to Nigeria, and I said, no, this feels like home to me, and
Mhm.
this is a country where I can retire in. No one knows this. I want to retire in Nigeria.
Do you still want to retire in Nigeria?
Yes, once the corruption stops.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So then let's get into it.
Yeah.
One of the things that like I talk to like with my mentor is that like we have to tackle some things as it relates to
Yeah.
international real estate when it comes to people saying, oh, you're going to get scammed. Do not go over here. Don't,
Mhm.
invest. Investment is a risk. But I want to be able to be someone who takes, what people are saying, what's floating around out there, and like really hone in on it and like learn the truth. And so watching that video, and even though people were like, oh, she said she was scammed, you didn't say that first of all in the video, but it gave people the impression that you were, and it made them reluctant. That even when I reshared the video yesterday to say I was going to have a conversation with you, somebody was like, that's why I'm scared to invest. So now I want to get into the conversation because you started going to Nigeria in 2017. You've been over 18 times. You have invested prior to this project. Um, Go ahead and tell us in your own words, like what happened with this project.
Okay, so this
Are
is
you
the
there? You frozen. Are you back?
hello.
You back? You back now?
Oh, I was
Okay.
like, anyway, I'm here. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what really happened.
Okay.
Okay, so number one, I was not scammed. I bought some plots of land, and I invested as a stakeholder with Wins Home. Okay, now what is happening is, and because we are on live social media and we are in the US, I'm going to use the word allegedly for him for right now,
Okay.
although it's the truth, but I'll use the word allegedly. So the Minister of Works, um, David Amahi, have allegedly came on the land and started demolitioning down on it. Now, the reason he's doing that, he says he's doing that is because it started with the coastal road in Nigeria, which it already had a Gazette alignment. He diverted from that Gazette alignment and started tearing down on our people's properties and our properties and investment. What we're doing in Nigeria. So it's not so much the country did anything, it's the person that is breaking the law. He's illegally coming on the territory of the land that we have, and he's tearing it down.
Okay.
That's illegal. You cannot. You It's injustice and it's illegal what he's doing. And we're
Okay.
going to continue to talk and fight against the corruption in
Mhm.
Nigeria. He
Okay.
has, and he's still doing it. He's still doing it right now.
Okay. So I wrote down what you said because I want to come back just to make sure that it's
Yes.
clear for our audience. And if the audience, if any of you have questions, please do drop them on Instagram, YouTube. I can't see y'all, but drop them on Instagram. Drop them also on my Facebook so that I can
Yeah.
ask the questions to Dr. Kimberly while we have her. And so what I'm hearing is allegedly the Ministry of Work, he demolished some. Now, was there erected properties, or is this all just land for right now?
This is all land for right now.
Okay, okay, so it was land.
Yes.
So he demolished parts of the land because there is
Yes.
a coastal road project that is taking place.
Yes.
And typically, when we think about that here in the United States, we think eminent domain. But based
Yes.
on what you're saying, is that
Exactly right.
there was a project for the coastal road. However, it was not, I guess, to go through maybe your project because you said something about a diversion that.
Yes.
Okay.
So it already was a 2000, and we have all of our documents and our paperwork that
Okay.
I can also send to you later. It's public knowledge as
I don't
well. We have.
listen. I want to give disclaimer. I am not the media. Like I don't need paperwork, but I want to make
Oh, okay. No, for
sure
those who want to
the
know, because a
story.
lot of people have challenged us and said,
Okay.
"Oh, did we do our due diligence? Is this legal? What we're doing? Everything we have done is legal. We have our documentations in line from A to Z, so we are always ready and prepared to answer any questions that anyone wants to know. Because what he is doing is you cannot divert from an alignment that was already put in place to do whatever you want to do. It's kind of like here, we have here in Chicago, say we have Lakeshore Drive, because a lot of people was still asking me, a lot of the our Black Americans was asking me, like, well, we've seen the press conferences, can you explain to us what he's actually doing? So I use Lakeshore Drive for example.
Okay.
We have South Shore. I'm gonna
Mhm.
start from 63rd Rainbow Beach, for
Okay.
example,
Yeah.
and then say we're going to Evanston.
Okay.
So from what we're doing there on the coastal road to
Mhm.
Calabar, it's the same kind of
Correct.
alignment. I wish I
Okay.
should have shared the screen.
Okay.
Now, what he is doing, say his houses, on the right side of Lakeshore Drive, you have buildings, you have estates, you
Mhm.
have property. If
Uh-huh.
you're supposed to stay on one road, which is Lakeshore Drive, where all the
Okay.
gravel is already laid, why would you divert out of Lakeshore Drive and start bulldozing down on the houses and
Okay.
people's land? That's exactly what he's doing. And
Okay.
he's being a bully doing it. It's illegal. If someone owns a property, you don't have the authority to go on somebody's land and start tearing down what they're building.
Okay.
He's like the bad construction worker that you should never hire.
Okay. So just to make it clear for the audience is that and I'm from Chicago, y'all, so I get the rainbow, beach 63rd Street all the way up until like Evanston. Like I get the
Right.
analogy. I pictured it in my head.
Yes.
My question to you is that if the person, the Ministry of Work, works for the government, are you saying that allegedly that this Ministry of Work acted without the government consent and did this on his own?
I believe so. I believe he's
Okay.
doing this on his own. I don't believe, and I'm just saying,
Hmm.
I believe the person he's working with is giving improper information to the leadership in Nigeria. And I believe he's doing whatever he wants to do. And
Okay.
it's wrong.
Okay. So pause there because we do have questions on Instagram. Y'all quiet
Okay.
on Facebook, but on Instagram, Donzi, she said, what legal team did you have in place to protect you from this act beforehand?
Say it again.
She said, what legal team did you have in place to protect you from this act beforehand?
We have a exceptional legal team. See, nothing is done without law. We are law-abiding citizens. My sister, the honorable engineer Ifoma, which you've seen me on different videos with, you've seen us speaking out about this so compassionately. Nothing, you cannot do anything. I'm from Chicago. She's also a U.S. citizen as well. You understand? She's from the United States. We are both citizens, so we know here you can't do anything without your due diligence, which is called documentation. So our legal team is on top of this. We have all of our documentation, so we were very well protected. We also have our approval from the actual government there, one of the government leaders that that approves you to do any projects in Nigeria. So yes, for her question, yes.
Okay, so now I want to go back just based on what you said, because you brought another person into the conversation. You said that she is but before that, are you also a Nigerian? You have citizenship in Nigeria?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Your sister, who I believe she is from Houston.
Yes.
Okay. Does she live in Nigeria, or is she like back and forth in between?
The both of us, we're back and forth in between. We live here in the U.S.
Okay. So then, yes, my next question is: she the owner of the development company?
She's a stakeholder.
Okay, so she's a stakeholder.
Yes.
Okay. My next question to you is: the person on Instagram wants to know, is there a pause on the investments of the plots due to the demolition? I mean, demolition.
As far as like people investing right now,
is there a pause on investing in plots? I guess with Wynn's Home until like this whole thing is cleared up.
Yes, it is for that particular project. Yes.
So I think
until we get the justice, until this is settled. Yes.
Okay, so I think that answers her second question. Dunzi has another question where she says, "Is this the first time he has done this that you are aware of?"
No, this is not he's breaking the law. Absolutely not.
Okay, no. So, or is this known in the nature of this particular developer? So I think so I think Dunzi is the Ministry of Work. She was asking, do you think that the developer was aware of like what was happening with the Ministry of Work and with the road being diverted to go down the middle of the plots of land that has been purchased by these investors, including yourself? Do you think the developer was aware?
No.
Okay.
No developer would know such. We knew that the coastal road was being built, yes, because it already, yes. But they're not supposed to be on our land, if that's what she asked. Did we know that he's gonna come and bulldoze down? Why would we invest such money and then know somebody about to come and bulldoze down on the land? That
was
makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, that was the question that people had, on social media as it relates to your video. Yes. I want to go back because one of the questions that Dunzi brought up was about your legal protection, and you said yes, it was already in place.
We're very protected.
It. Let's go back to due diligence. When it comes to due diligence, in which you having the attorney behind you, what does due diligence look like when somebody is buying land, specifically in Nigeria? Because we know that purchasing real estate here in the States is one thing, and purchasing in Nigeria is another, because the laws are different. Even though there are some similarities, the laws are different. So what due diligence did your legal team do before getting into this project? And I'm assuming that your legal team works with you on other projects as well.
Yes. So how to protect yourself and do your due diligence if you're like investing internationally? The first thing you want to make sure that the person selling you the land actually owns the land. Anybody can dress up and say, and put a sign and say they're selling this land or they're a realtor. You have to also check behind the realtor And there's no offense. It's just doing your due diligence. You check behind the realtor. You check with the state governors there, and to find out, hey, in this community, who who actually owns the land? Where's the paperwork stating that they actually own this land? Who gave them the authority to sell this land? And what are the stipulations of this actual property that I'm buying into? Are there any stipulations that we need to be aware of? So you and your lawyer, whoever you hire, those are the things they need to check behind. Always, 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 always check with the government there. They have offices there you can check in before you're doing such thing. I don't suggest anybody buy any property without a lawyer. Don't ever do that. Without actually being there physically. Now, another thing, a lot of people ask me, like, have I did anything over the phone there? No, I have never. I'm always physical when I'm in international business.
What do they mean by that? Have you done anything over the phone there? Like, have you bought land sight unseen? Is that what they're asking?
Yeah, exactly. Basically, they're trying to say, I invest in any property or projects over the phone
Yeah.
or on the
Okay.
Zoom. That's foolishness. No, 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 no.
Okay. Okay. So then the first question with making sure that you check land ownership to make sure that the developer has the right to be able to build on the land. What's the
Yep.
second thing with the due diligence that? And I just want to clarify. So if you can, Dr. Kimberly, because people will watch this and come back. Okay, well, did her attorney like do that? You are saying
Yes.
that your attorney made sure that the developer was actually the owner of the land or had the right to build on the land. They
And
produced the
had a right to sell. Yes, I did.
okay.
Yes.
So then what's the second thing?
Another thing is always good to read. A lot of people, can I just say this openly? A lot of people, you get excited, you go into investment, and you don't read. It's something called from start to finish, and it's also called clauses. You have to see the ins and the outs of any investment that you are doing. You have to read everything and every stipulation and what the laws are in that actual community before you decide to invest or build on anything you're doing.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand.
Mhm.
Dunzi, I'm trying to understand your question. I don't quite understand it, but I'm going to. Oh, it's gone. I'm sorry, girl. I had
It's not okay because I was trying to look like, is it?
it's go. Do you see her? Do you see the Instagram
I'm still on
on
the.
Facebook? Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
So, Dunzi, if you want to ask that question again, because I'm not really clear on like what the question is. Jim Kia from Ghana, she asks, is there a high court there where you can check to see if there is any litigation on the land or if the developer or seller has litigation under their name?
Very good question. Yes, there is. We have the high Supreme Court there in Nigeria as well. People think they don't. Let me tell you something. I want people to know that there are laws in Nigeria, but we as Nigerian diasporas are standing together to fight against injustice and corruption. Corruption is not allowed anywhere. And we're this movement that we're doing is to stand against injustice in anything that you're doing. We are going to stand for those who are coming back to invest and want to do investment. Be it so where it is, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
People are not allowed, even a minister of works is not allowed to come on someone's land. Someone worked so hard for and have a dream
Mhm.
of something that they invested in, and it's not happening because someone is tearing it down. It's like a building block. You're building and the person is on the other side tearing it down, and that's what he's doing. It's improper, it's unethical, and it's injustice.
Okay, so my next question to you, so clearing up, Jankia, let me know if you have another question. But she
Yes.
was just comparing that Ghana has a system like that, where you can go and look at, like, what people have done previously. And so
Okay.
she wanted to ask whether or not, Nigeria has that, and you answered that question. My next question is, when it comes to investing in Nigeria, and you wanting the government to step in, and like you used the word, injustice, you want them to give justice to the investors who invested in this project, because allegedly the Ministry of Work veered off of what the proposed road project was
You
supposed
diverted from the
to do.
original Gazette of the alignment, the
So
2006 alignment. Yes, ma'am.
my question is, now that I think it's been like a month or two, when did this all happen?
This started back in May.
Oh,
Don't quote me. I know it started around May, and then email had went out, and then you know things
when did
started.
the demolition happen?
He started in. He started. I believe it was like the end of May, if I'm
Okay,
not mistaken. Yeah, I
I
could
just
go back and yeah, but I know this stuff started like warming up in May. Yes.
I wanted to get a time frame, because now that it's been since like the end of May, because I thought maybe this all happened in December when we saw the video.
No.
But now I want to ask you, because now it's been plenty of time. Your attorney that is fighting on your behalf and on behalf of some of the other investors.
Yeah.
Now that you had the opportunity to host a press conference to bring more awareness,
Yeah.
I'm assuming that your attorney filed some type of paperwork with the government.
Yeah.
What is the government saying about this?
I'm so glad you spoke about that. Um, they're not quiet. They're very aware. They're not quiet about it. We're just trying to. What we want is, we don't want compensation. We want to build in peace. We
Okay.
want we want to come together and get the justice that we deserve, so this man can stop doing this. He's not just here come the tears, since people think I be lying about my crying. I don't cry because I want attention. I'm
Mm-hmm.
45 years old. Yes, I just saw the whole world. I don't look it, thank you Jesus, but I'm 45. I don't have to lie about anything about my life. My
Mm-hmm.
life is very open. I'm very truthful about things I say. But it's hurtful that you love a country so much. I'm an American,
Mm-hmm.
and for the record, for the some of the insults, I may not be a blooded Nigerian, but my children are. All three of my children are Nigerians. For everyone's FYI, yes, they are. Their real blood is Nigerian, and it pains me that such a thing can happen in a country that's so beloved. You love Nigeria as well, Makita. You told me how much you love it. I have so much love and support from Americans. They said we're still gonna stand with the winds home. We're gonna fight with you all, and we're still gonna come back to Nigeria with you. And
Where's home? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
sorry, and ending, just to speak again to the government again, and to the honorable President Bola Tinubu. I honor him because he doesn't he I don't believe I believe he's getting misinformation about what's going on, but I
Okay.
do believe the integrity of the beloved President Bola Tinubu is going to come and assist us and
Okay.
bring back the reputation of Nigeria. Nigeria is a great country, and I love it. But I want to bring back the reputation of good standing, adjustable country that's law abiding. I'm sorry. Go
Okay.
ahead. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Sorry, America. I'm an emotional person. I don't care.
No. Listen,
So,
girl, I'll be on here crying too, but it ain't about me today. So,
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm compassionate about everything that I do, and I don't like injustice. at all, because we supposed to have a judicial system, whether we have one in America, it's supposed to be nationwide. No
Mm-hmm.
matter where we are, judicial system needs to stand.
Right. Okay.
Sorry.
No problem.
I
Do
know they like that. She go again,
yes.
but I don't care. They don't know how this is a battle.
Yeah,
And
and I
it's a
know
battle,
that.
and it's serious.
Yeah, and I know that it weighs on you mentally because, like, I
It
can,
does.
yeah, so I can see that, and I can only imagine the weight that you carry. And looking at your Instagram page, like, it's not just you that invested in this property. There were actually
No.
some prominent investors that invested in
Yes.
this project. Some celebrities and like influencers that's invested in this project because you tagged them like in the press conference. So I
Yes.
know that between like you and all of those people, like y'all didn't just purchase land without making sure that you had legal representation
No.
based on, you know, what I was seeing on Instagram through my own research. But Jim Kia has another question. So she said, was this ministry working off a site plan that would show him a road going through your property?
A site. She mean from the Gazette and Alignment plan.
Yeah, but
She,
Jim Kia, I think she answered that because
yeah.
basically she was saying that they already saw that there was a plan to build the road, but the road that was being built, that the paperwork that the government had did not go through the plots of land that they purchased, and that she's saying that, you know, allegedly that this ministry of work went off on his own and
Yes.
diverted from the actual plan. So even if the
Yes.
road was going, you know, let's say straight this way, he went this way, and it went through the plots of land that they have, but that wasn't what the original work was supposed to do. So okay, she said she got it, she missed that. Okay, so
That's
then
okay.
Tanisha said, after all that has happened, is there anything that you have would have done differently or would do next time so that it won't happen again? Thank you,
So
Tanisha.
there. Thank you. Her name is Tanisha
Uh-huh.
Stanley. Hi,
Yeah.
Tanisha Stanley. Okay. Um, as an investor, as I invested in One's Home, and as a as a stakeholder and standing with the Honorable Engineer Ivoma, we did our due diligence. No, but so it won't happen again. We have Nigerian Diaspora Association here in the United States of America, which will protect people like you, myself, and future investors from this happening again. Our movement has become a global cause that we stand against injustice and illegality that is going on in different places and in different countries. That go for United States and it go for international. We have to begin to stand up as people against improper behavior of illegal people doing things. He's being illegal right now, right? It's like a criminal act, and he's being an actual bully. He
So,
thought
but
we weren't going to say anything, but we're going to keep talking.
right. So for you, you said like he's acting illegal. I think right now you're going through the process to prove that it was an illegal act by him.
Yes, we are. That's what we're fighting for. Yes,
Okay.
you
Okay.
have it right. You got
Okay.
it right.
I just want to
Now
make
you are.
sure.
Now, I feel so happy that we're talking about this, because a lot of people didn't
Mhm.
know. You have to watch the press conferences so you can see all of, like you said, you took your
Investor.
time to study and you watched the whole press conference. And there are tags about it. Watch the whole press conference. Listen to the other stakeholders speaking. Look at the different videos so you can put the pieces together,
Mhm.
because this situation now that's on ground, we want to settle it. We
Right.
didn't aim for compensation. We just want to settle everything
Right.
so we can continue on the project that we invested in, that we're so excited about, and we're not going to back down. But from today, you said so it won't happen again. We want people like Miss Smith and we have so many other business women that's connecting with us for Nigerian diasporas in the association. We also are having a press conference in Houston, Texas. If some people are watching from Houston, Texas, join us. And we're also going to finally do one here in Chicago, Illinois, which Makita Smith will be there, and some of the other people that are doing things here in development and real estate that is standing with Wins Home for Justice.
Okay, well, that's my first time hearing about the press conference. So do let me
Yeah,
know
remember I moved out
information.
to, yeah, we're doing press conferences around. Yes.
Yeah, let me know more information about that.
Wonderful.
Jakia, I see your question, but I don't want to speculate on whether or not it was intentional or whether or not it was malice, because I feel like that's something that they should go and like prove in court, like she talked about, making sure that she's able to get justice. My question, Dr. Kimberly, my next question for you is that you have your attorneys that is representing you. I'm not sure if the other investors are using the attorney that's representing you, or they have their
No,
own. That
so when you buy the land, you have an individual attorney, but for this situation, we have one attorney. Yeah, we have an
okay.
attorney representing this case because it's a little bit more escalated.
Yes. Okay. That's good. That makes sense. My
Yeah.
next question that I was leading to, that if you all have your attorney, does Wins Home have their own attorney that's representing them as a developer in Nigeria?
That's yes. Wins
Oh,
Home Attorneys is also
oh,
representing
represent
because
all of
we're all stakeholders together. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So then my next, oh, wait a minute. So when you now I'm going back. So when you said stakeholders, that means that you have invested in the project not as a end user, meaning that like you're building your own home. You all are stakeholders in the actual project as like
Yes.
co-owners.
Yes.
Oh, okay, y'all. Now I didn't learn something new. Now I'm getting, yeah, I'm getting into it a little bit more. Now switching, now I understand. But the main owner of Wins Home, outside of the stakeholders, is that person Nigerian or is that person from America?
So it's not just one person. It's a group, and then you know how you build a company, and it's like
Yes.
so engineer Ifoma is from here, but she is Nigerian. Yes, she's a born Nigerian. And then
Oh,
it's a
okay.
partner. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's not just one person. No.
I did see
But she is the CEO. You saw, yeah.
I saw her page. I saw Wins Home, but
Yeah.
I didn't know what the connection was. So she is the owner, and you all are like co stakeholders in the project.
It's a group. She's not just a owner by
It's
herself. She have business partners. Yes.
okay, and you're a part of that as a business partner,
No, just an investor.
an investor. Okay, now I
Yeah.
get it. Okay,
Just
okay.
want
So
to make the money.
yes, I got you. So now that part is clear. You
Right, no problem.
For those who are interested in investing in Nigeria, I want to make sure that it's clear that you are going to a court system the same way somebody who may have gotten injustice here in the United States regarding a project or whatever it is, but you are pleading with the court using the legal system of that particular country to go and get justice for what you felt is injustice according to this land being diverted, through your plots of land.
Yes.
When do you expect to like go to court, like to actually go to court for this particular issue that you're having right now with the Ministry of Work?
We're looking to go to court very soon because this
Okay.
this situation has to be settled. This
Okay.
this minister has to be brought out on what
Okay.
he's doing because what he's doing, he's not realizing. He's not realizing you are the cause of negativity in the country, not
Okay.
us. See, the government, some of the government wants people like us to come back and invest.
Yeah.
We don't have to come. We Americans.
Mm-hmm.
We're all Americans. My sister's American. We're Americans. We don't have to step on nobody's plane to go anywhere. We could just stay here. We could just do what we're doing here. But no, we have a right to go back to our motherland to invest in peace.
Yeah.
She want to build a legacy for her family. I want to build a legacy for my children and my family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that it always has to be one bad? See, he don't know, him being a bad apple is making everything look rotten.
But it's also why I want to, like your sister is on here now. It's also why
Oh,
I want
good.
to. Yeah, it's all why I also want to have this call with you to pull out, like, that bad apple, because
Yes,
what I heard you say is that the same way that you will go to the court system in any other country, you're going to go and you're going to plead your case in the courts of Nigeria, and
yes,
it has to go all the way up. So be it. But at the same time, you're still saying that you love Nigeria, you love the
of
country.
course.
Even though there was this bad apple in the country, there are still good apples that want those from the diaspora to come back and to invest in the motherland. So,
Well said.
okay.
Yes. Very
So,
good.
thank
Yes.
you. My question to you, for those who are looking to invest in Nigeria, is what would be your advice to them in investing in Nigeria? We got an injunction. Okay. Period. Okay, y'all, they're commenting. Okay.
Okay. That means it's going well. Okay. um, what I can give it as an advice,
Mm-hmm,
it doesn't have to be, our companies, you understand,
mm-hmm,
but make sure whatever company that you are dealing with, and if you join the Nigerian Diaspora Association, ask us, we can assist you. We don't want anyone to be, this is painful. You saw me break down again, which my apologies. I did not attend the crowd
problem.
today.
Yeah.
um because what he's doing is annoying. It's very annoying what he's doing. Something we have sleepless nights because we want, um yes, they have to restore the investors' confidence. Very good. So that's the honorable engineer Ifoma, everyone.
Mm-hmm,
Um, a wonderful. I had to give her all her accolades. I love standing with her. I love fighting with her and battling with her because what we're standing for is confidence and quality for investors. What I suggest is you have to have the confidence and you have to have the right team and the right legal system in place. If you all are not sure who to go to, some people people are partnering with us now, which is a good thing. But if you're not sure of something, I say reach out to us. If you're not sure of some of the government there, I told y'all I live there. I can tell y'all the streets. I can tell you who's good, who's not good, and we can check behind them. Just before you sign any checks, do any transfer, if you're not sure of something, do your due diligence. We're here now. We are Nigerian Diaspora Association. Join us. Come be a part of this global movement so you're protected. We don't
mm-hmm.
want any of this to happen again. Ever, never again.
Okay. Do you have other investments in Nigeria outside of this project?
Yes, I do.
Okay, are you comfortable with telling us, like, some of those investments? Are they like short-term rental properties? Do you own? Is it single family? Is it your own residence? Like, what type of investments do you have?
I'm gonna only say about two because some of my people I know they'll be watching because a lot of people we deal with like to remain private.
Okay.
A lot of my people call like don't mention my name because a lot of people are scared.
Okay.
Me and the honorable engineer Ifoma, we not scared. If something is wrong and is not right and is illegal, we're gonna talk about it so it can
Okay.
stop because
Mm-hmm,
corruption shall not stand, period. But
mm-hmm,
yes, so what I do, we do like build outs like for malls, housing, um stays, like like the staycations, like villas and things like that. Yes.
Okay. And then
Restaurants. Yes.
okay, so do you own any businesses there as well?
I own my business there in Nigeria. Yes, I do. Oh, Betty Stark is registered in Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
Um, I think pretty much like those are the questions that I have. Now I have a clear understanding of what happened because before this call, I didn't know what happened at all, and so now I have a clear understanding of like what happened. And eminent domain, the government can take your property, but based off of what you're saying, that it wasn't necessarily eminent domain because he reared off of the original plan for the road, and so that's why you're not saying that it was eminent
No,
domain
he's doing this straight up. Look,
on his
I'm
own.
not. I'm just have to be honest. He's doing this on purpose. He knows better. He
Okay.
know better. I
Well,
don't like it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm compassionate. See, I
No.
don't play. I'm a no nonsense person. Y'all Chicagoans. You know how we do. Like when our food ain't right, we be like, nah, you got to fix this. Now, with the ongoing situation, what the Minister of Works is doing, it is not okay. It is corruption. And he is like being the egg leader of being corrupted and bullying us. Why are you bullying? Because we're women. It's not only women involved in this investment, but you also publicly attacked. You went to her Instagram and saw she posted. He tried to attack my sister in a public place. You
No,
tried to bully her and command her. She asked him a simple question and he started being aggressive. No, sir, that is never okay. If we're intelligent, educated people, so we say, then he should have allowed her to ask the question and move on. But no, he don't want to be exposed.
Was he at the press conference that you had? Not the one
Which one? The one I was at? No,
no,
ma'am.
no.
Oh.
So the Ministry of Work, not the one where you were outside, but it was one where you were inside sitting at the table with a group of people, and then there were people inside of the room. Like
no, he
okay,
did it. No,
okay.
he would never show up to our. No. I don't want to see him. That's
Who
all.
were those people that were seated at the table with you?
So, in the middle, that's the Honorable Engineer Ifoma.
Okay.
On the side of her was the Honorable Dr. Zoe, and then myself. Of course, y'all know Dr. Kimberly Stark. And then you remember right next to me is the Honorable Engineer Femi Adekoya.
Okay, so it was basically people who were involved with, the actual project and like investing. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well,
very good, honorable people that we all love Nigeria. Yes.
Yeah, so we got the story from you of like what actually happened. It looks like, there's going to be a legal showdown, a legal battle.
Yep.
So that you are right. And
we also call in our Minnesota conference. I'll get that over to you as well. Okay. We did a conference in Minnesota, everyone. And we said it. We are calling for action and investigation. The Minister of Works has to be brought to justice. He cannot keep doing this.
Okay.
It's annoying.
When you say keep doing this, is it evidence that he's done it before?
He's still doing it. Evidence? No, wow.
Not overwhelming evidence. But previous projects.
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay.
He's a bully.
Okay.
But we're not going to stand for bullying because it's something called a judicial system and he must follow it.
Right. Okay. So we got that. We got it, y'all. They going to court and we going to see like what happens with this project. Shortlets are good. Oh, somebody's on Instagram saying shortlets are good. I didn't know what shortlets meant, but I know it's short term.
I saw your face when I said the word shortlets. You like what?
I did hear that terminology when I was in Nigeria. Somebody said Nigerian politicians. Okay. So I think y'all, that's it. We got the story. So it wasn't that there was, a scam. Dr. Kimberly has been going back and forth over to Nigeria just over 18 times. She's been traveling back and forth since 2017. She has other investment projects in Nigeria. Her children are Nigeria. I'm assuming your husband is Nigerian.
Yes.
Okay. So, and she has citizenship in Nigeria, and she's not saying that Nigeria is a bad place to invest or that you should not invest, but it's also making sure that you do your due diligence. And she went over like what some of those things would look like, but it's also making sure that you get legal representation. And
Yes.
so her and her investors, the developer, are going to have their day in court. And so once this all happens, we would love to have you back to talk about just the outcome of what happened. And so I pray that there is justice for this situation. We have Matthew. I saw you on TV. Did you get it resolved? No, she go back, Matthew. Matthew is from Nigeria, so
Hi,
go back,
Matthew.
yeah, go back and look at the video, Matthew, so that you can see that they're still working on it, but they should be going to court pretty soon, and we'll be
Yes.
able to see what the outcome is.
Thank you, Makita. I want to tell everyone, this movement, I stand with Wins Home. We just want peaceful justice. We want to restore back, and the Honorable Engineer Fomo just said it. We want to restore back the confidence for investors. And as a woman of God, I have to be honest. As a woman of God, and I tell this to my members: there's nothing you can't do without prayer. But I'm gonna say this: nothing that is negative will go over the hand of God. I know that God is gonna allow this to be. Don't make me cry. Y'all know I can cry for Africa. Okay, that's the Honorable Engineer Ifoma. Yes, I am Wins Home, and thank you. I work really hard.
What does she mean by that when she said you are Wins Homes? What does she mean by that?
Sorry, she started it. She said, and we must win. I love her. This has been really hard for us, Makita.
Mm-hmm.
I know that God is gonna come to our victory, and I know by the grace of God that the Honorable Bola Tinubu is gonna come to our assistance to resolve this and just remove the bad eggs. She says she's a part of Wins Home. Yes, I am, sis, for life. Yes. I just know that our Honorable President, Makita, he's gonna come.
Okay. And just clarity for those who may have just come in, and just so it's on record that she is standing with Wins Homes. Win Homes is the actual developer. So it's
Yes.
not anything that the developer has done
No.
in this situation. This is about, the government, and particularly this one person and whoever's working with him inside of the government, and not an indication of the entire government, and not an indication of the developer doing something wrong. That's our Nigeria in diaspora president. Oh, okay,
I
okay.
am the president of Nigerian Diaz. I love her. The next interview, you gonna I would love for you to interview her. She is
Okay.
she's done. I just want to say this really fast.
Mm-hmm.
I want to. She deserves her honor. Let me tell you something. She came here. She's a citizen here. She's been here almost 20 years. She's
Okay.
worked really hard. She's an investor here in the U.S. as well.
Mm-hmm.
She won the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. She's worked really hard. Yes, we are bigger than Hamahi. God bless you. We will win. We are bigger than Hamahi. Yes. Yes. Amen. She's right. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, last words, Dr. Kimberly. Thank you so much for taking time. I know that it was kind of like painful, like what questions is she gonna ask? Like how is this gonna go? But
Oh, okay.
I'm glad that we were able to, like, clear it up and just get down to the bottom of, like, what happened from your point of view, and
Yeah.
not just the short clips that we've been seeing, like, all over the internet, just saying like, oh,
Oh,
she scammed this, scammed that.
oh,
and
I'm
it,
an actor. Oh Lord. Now
and
y'all saw today I'm real.
and it had nothing to do with the developer, but
No.
an individual within the government. And we pray
Yes.
that the case is brought to light, and that you all, get justice.
Thank you so much. And thank everyone for standing with Winsome. With Winsome, we always say, Winsome, you win. So I'll keep Makita Smith. I want to just honor you for a second. Makita Smith, thank you so much. I'm so happy that we are connected. She's from Chicago too. And
West
that, oh, and she, oh, that's what we doing. She said West Side where they got all the good food. But
Come
I
on, Uncle Ramos, come
that's
on.
why you no Harold's Chicken. Please don't start on this phone. Now they gave look, I done gave Harold's they we're gonna talk when we all do our lunch. That's
Okay.
okay. We're gonna talk. But I just want to thank you for sharing this platform for us, just to share our story and also standing with us. And to invite you also to be a Nigerian diaspora as well, because Makita does a lot of very big work in Nigeria as well. I'm gonna turn her into Nigeria as well too,
Well, my
Hannah.
country, just disclaimer, has been Ghana, but because of my mentor, I went.
Okay, we're gonna have a talk later.
I am not in this beef. I am not in this beef. We're not gonna talk about who got the best jollof rice. We're not getting ready to get into that part. However,
Oh
my
my God.
has been Ghana because I
Okay,
think I've gone like maybe 3 times. I'll be back in April and then again in June.
awesome.
But Nigeria, it was my first time going last month. And I wanted to make sure that I get on the ground so that I could see the development, in which we did have people that invested in property over a Zoom, just based on the relationship that they have
Wow,
with Savvy
with
Chicks
you.
Real Estate.
Okay,
Yeah, because and they just trusted. And so I had to get on the ground. Let me go see this. Let me go record some video. Let me go to
okay. To
um
see that is real. I love that. We
yeah,
love it.
went and met with the attorneys and all of that. And so for me, I want to go back to Nigeria so that I can continue to build on what we have already started, because there's a whole city that's coming outside of Benin City, and I'm grateful to be able to be a part of it and bring it to life.
Yes, it's so much beautiful land there, and again, we went home. Come talk to us. We're doing a lot of wonderful things, a lot of wonderful movement. I'm gonna keep Makita posted as well
I do have a question.
about everything we're doing.
I
Yes.
promise it's the last question.
Oh, is
Okay.
the question? Go ahead.
Where's Homes? They're the development. Do they have other development in Nigeria outside of this project?
Absolutely,
Okay,
yes. A lot
tell
of
me about
wonderful.
that.
Absolutely, yes. Wins Home have a lot of. That's why I had to. You saw me tear up. Like she worked really hard. Like engineer Iboma, Femi Adekoya, they working it out. Wins Home
Okay,
have a lot of beautiful um build outs in Nigeria. So that's
okay. She said a lot.
a
So
lot.
yeah, basically she's saying that this is not their first development, because that was one of the questions, or one of the comments that people were saying, like, okay, what about this developer? And it was actually, my go-to too, like, well, who is the developer? Because I was under the impression that the developer had led you all to, like, purchase these plots, and this
Oh,
happened, but that wasn't the case at all. And
yes, ma'am.
so they have stability, and they have other communities that they have built within Nigeria. So I'll make sure that I go and look those things up as well, so I can see the other properties that she has built.
Yes. So
Okay.
yeah.
Last
So
words to the people.
somebody got a question? Oh, I had last words. Oh, yes. So we will keep you all updated about this movement. We have a website for Nigerian Diaspora Association, and we are inviting and opening people to come and definitely join, especially my Black Americans. Y'all asked for me. I'm here. Y'all been inboxing me like how do you go about it? We're gonna bring out the website. You have the Honorable Engineering Foma there in Houston, Texas. I'm here in Chicago. We have Minnesota, like we said, UK, Paris. We're all over. So it's no way you're not alone at all. So with Wins Home, you win. Come and be a part of the Nigerian Diaspora Association. I am the president, and I can walk you through it. And the last words, Harold's Chicken in High Park is the best.
Look, listen, I eat both of them. I eat both with mild sauce. Okay, I would eat Harold's chicken, and I would eat.
I would go to Uncle Rena's for you today, and I'm gonna send you a picture.
Okay. All right. All right.
47.
Okay. Well, thank you all so much. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow, I am talking to a developer in Ghana, so make sure that y'all tune in tomorrow at 12 p.m. I might just start my own little podcast now because.
Well, come on.
I'm having some great
interviews too. Another thing, if anybody need prayer, my ministry is called the Video. I do post a lot. I think you saw that the other day.
So when we get off, just post a link to your ministry on the comments inside the comments of the video.
Because somebody's inbox, somebody's questioning me now, like, do I pray for people? Yes, I pray for people. I'm actually an apostle. My name is Apostle Dr. Kimberly Stark. So God bless.
All right, Kimberly. I'll talk to you soon. All right, thank you so much for coming on.
You too. Thank you.